Hi, we're back with Youth Xpress, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. On this episode, let's go to Grenada to meet 19-year-old climate change activist Alex Simon. Alex is in his second year at the Marryshow Community College. Reluctantly, he joined the environmental club and became president. In 2023, he traveled to Dubai to represent Grenada at one of the biggest climate change conferences in the world, COP28. Alex shares this experience with us and talks about why we all should be concerned about environmental issues. We'll get right into it after this message. You're watching Youth Xpress.
My advocacy, I kind of fell into it. Like, I wouldn't say got forced into it, but there was a time where the president of the environmental club, he wanted to move on to another initiative, and he wanted somebody to fill in that spot. And he thought I was, since from PVC, he knew that I was head prefect and so on, so he thought I would be a good fit for the president of the environmental club. At first I said no, because I didn't want it to go into all that. I think that it would be too much for me to handle at the time. But eventually, it just happened. I just said, you know what, let me give it a try. So when I give it a try, all of a sudden, a lot of opportunities come in. A lot of, the ministry even considered me to go to COP in Dubai. And I actually went. I went to COP28 in Dubai last year, and I had the privilege of representing Grenada as a youth delegate. And through advocacy, through being a president of the environmental club, I helped others. I went out in the community. We planted some trees. We did some activities that the students love, and that's how my advocacy started. So at COP28, it was very hectic. Even though people, when people hear Dubai, they think vacation, nice place. But I didn't really get that vacation experience because I had to work a lot. And we had to get up very early in the morning, take the train, sometimes just to walk to the trains a lot. And then when you reach at the place where the COP was held, it's a lot of walking. You don't have these transport, unless you're like rich or something. But you don't have these transport thingies that bring you around the place, so you have to make a lot of walk. And yeah, the place was very big. So, but one thing though, we learned a lot. We had to learn a lot in a short space of time. We learned about just transition, adaptation, mitigation, all those climate change terms we hear on the news. We get to see and be in the room of the people who making policies relating to the storm. So it's very informative, and it was very, motivational. like to quote Joanne Hashialek. He's one of the founders of a group called 195 and 365. They're trying to go around the world, 195 countries to spread the climate change word about. And he said that climate change is not a cause, it's a symptom. And when you think about that, climate change is a result of a mindset. So it's not the cause, it's a symptom of having lack of appreciation of the earth, a lack of appreciation. And it's something that is not taught, it's not mandatory in primary schools and so on. Well, not when I was in primary school. Maybe it changed now. Hopefully it does change. But youths are not getting it into their head that, we have to care about the environment and we have to care about planting trees. And as you said, it's not just about planting trees, because you can't tell somebody to go and put a solar panel on their roof if they can't feed their children. Because it's if you look at the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, there's a whole range of issues, not just about trees, or you have to think about the social aspect, because if you cannot help the people in the social aspect, you won't help them to care about the environment. So climate change is not as a sexy topic for the youth, but it's something, when you think about it holistically, something when you look at being environmentally conscious and knowing all these things, you'll get a greater appreciation, and making the youth experience it so in the front, or experience it face forwardly, then that's when they will start getting that appreciation. So sometimes the government have officials that go to places, that go to conferences that talk about these issues. They could bring along the youths, just like they did for COP28, even for maybe SIDS events or those small EOCC events. They could bring along the youth, and you never know. That's how some passions develop. That's how some people get into the field in the first place. So when the officials there, even though they won't know everything, because sometimes they might feel lost, but just going in that environment, just getting immersed in the language, the terminology of climate change, then you could better know how to tackle it, know how to discuss it with intelligence, and not just, hugging trees or whatever. But you get to understand the topics, understand the issues, and get involved. Think about your children. It's not just about you. It's not just about your friends or something. Think about your children. What world or what planet you're leaving for your children. And if that doesn't change your mind, that doesn't make you concerned about the environment, then maybe you should be concerned about your heart. Because there's no mother, no father who genuinely cares about their children, would want them to inherit a world that they are the cause, or they could have done something about it, but they didn't do nothing about it. They just decide to stay silent, decide to just let the things happen. But think about your children, think about what future you want for them, and that should be enough to change your mind, or to help you to change the climate.
Let us pay attention to our actions that can affect nature, and let us all be the change that we want to see. Thank you for watching, and be sure to catch our next episode as we continue to feature some of the young people in our ECCB member countries who are at the forefront of the climate change fight.